Hi, and welcome to the Art of Teaching the Whole Child in a Pandemic, Cultivating Trauma-Sensitive Practices for Resilience. So this is a tutorial for our daily pulse form. What this looks like is a daily email that you'll receive at 2 p.m. You'll have the opportunity to click on the link in the email and complete the form in about 2 minutes, as often as you can, and then celebrate. That's all you have to do. What it looks like is a little bit like this right here. So you will be answering just a few quick email questions, such as what is my email here, and then the date, which is the 30th today, what the learning model was, and then just a few quick pulses on how you're doing. So how did you feel today? How well did you follow your self-care routines that you've been monitoring? What routine are you currently focused on tracking? So that might be intentional greetings right now, and how well you use that. And then your students' engagement. So how much were students engaged today? How predictable were your instructional activities today? So knowing what to expect, how long they take, how and how often students participate, and how connected you felt with your students. So having those positive interactions, cooperative participation, language for expectations, and being able to navigate conflict. And then if you'd like to share any details about your pits or your peaks or anything else, then you are more than welcome to type that in and then select send me a copy and click submit. And then there might be a little thing here that might prompt you just to make sure you're not a robot or something like that. And then you're done. So that's taking a pulse. So it's pretty simple, pretty easy. Question you might have is why? This is not an evaluation. Just to be clear, this is not an evaluation of you. This is not something that's going to be shared with administrators for any evaluative purposes. What it is more like your Fitbit or your Apple Watch, something to just keep a pulse on how things are going, for us to be able to keep a pulse on how things are going to continuously improve the series that is before us to make sure we're able to navigate ways to improve ourselves. And as research shows, and I'm sure of you has experienced, something as simple as a daily little nudge and way to keep a pulse on yourself is huge in the research about how you can change your habits and improve your routines. And so, any of you who have experience with a smartwatch like this or Fitbit, I'm sure you've seen or noticed just that little nudge that it takes of that daily little reminder and daily opportunity to see how you're doing. So that's what basically this is. This is kind of a self-driven way to monitor your progress and your habits. So some questions that you might have are: do I have to answer every question? No, you don't. Answer what you can and email us if you have questions. How long do I have to do this? Well, throughout the series, but especially the third and fourth weeks of each month when we're more focused on, all right, I've got my habit that I want to focus on for this month, and now I'm just going to keep a pulse on how it's going and kind of journal those pits and peaks. What if I'm in quarantine? Like, what if that's my situation? We would encourage you to keep a pulse on yourself, whether you're continuing to deliver instruction remotely from quarantine or not. We want to keep a pulse on how well you're taking care of yourself, with your self-care habits, and building that connection and predictability with your students. And we want you to always stay safe and healthy. Some other questions you might have are: what's going to happen to my data? Well, it's going to be stored securely, and you can opt to receive a copy of each submission, as noted, and we'll be aggregating responses to keep a pulse on the series as a whole, but individual identifiable data will not be used for evaluative purposes. What if I spill coffee on my computer? Well, I can't help you there, and I've been there. Uh, it's really like the worst thing ever, especially on top of all of the stuff we have right now. But if that happens, I am so sorry, and I'm sure you can navigate that with IT and your at your district. And but unfortunately, I can't help you there. That's the one thing that I can't answer right now. But I'm sure you might have more questions than that. So don't hesitate to email me here, and I look forward to continuing to navigate ways that we can build resilience for ourselves and our students with these little habits. And so this is a great opportunity to keep a pulse on ourselves with all the research that shows us how strong that daily self-check can be. All right, so thank you so much for tuning into this video. I look forward to working with you.